This is the Purpose Podcast. Hi, I'm MR3, and today I'm going to do this episode by myself as a solo dolo, as they call it. It's a episode by myself. Well, today I'm going to talk about self-improvement. How can we improve ourselves? There are so many different ways we can improve ourselves. Just come up with one right now in your head. What is your weakness? Mine is probably I can care about people more. That's just one off the top of my head as I make this podcast. But we can improve in many different ways. Finances, health and fitness, spiritual, if you're into the spiritual world or Christianity, and there are so many. I mean, like, have you ever went broke and you had no savings? Well, we can build up our savings. Or have you ever had credit card debt and they told you your payments are going to be super high because your credit score was down? So, like that, just many things we can work on. Maybe you go to the doctor's office and they tell you need to lose some pounds, or maybe you need to eat, maybe you have to change your diet, or maybe you have to increase something in your diet. Maybe your iron's low, so you have to eat more meat. There's just so many things we can do to improve ourselves. Or we can go walking, improve our cardiovascular. And there are even our mind. We can open our minds to different things. I'm not talking about like mystery books or romance novels. I'm talking about like leadership books. One of my friends gave me a book on Abraham Lincoln years ago, and I read that and it made me want to be a better leader. And then I've always got books on health and fitness and magazines on health and fitness. So it made me want to improve. Even my friends, the people I surround myself with every day, or when I hang out with people. We have Rayo, the host, who's always listening to something I haven't heard or something I can increase my mind. He's always telling me, here, listen to this. And he'll play it. He's like, this is what's been on my mind, or this is what I'm going through. So even Rayo has things that he's working on. And that's why I like hanging out with him. Always working on something. I like talking to my parents because they're always working on something. Maybe my mom in arts and crafts. My dad's building something or working on something. When my dad's not working, he's working. My sister always coming up with some kind of new food or something, trying something new. She's always working on herself. Sometimes she's too busy to talk during the day, so she'll call me afterwards and tell me what she learned. My younger brother, is always into doing something, always working on something, making jewelry, or back in the day it was punk rock, but he's a musician of the family and the art and craft guy. And I love hearing about those because they are just always making me want to improve on myself. That's why I started this podcast. I may be blind, I may not look at the camera right, but that's not going to stop me from making YouTube videos. I have a financial development part of the podcast, and this part, the podcast, the purpose, is going to try to gear more towards self-improvement, personal development. So there's no excuse for or there should be minimal excuse. I don't like when people say there's no excuse, because sometimes there is an excuse, or a reason, I should say, that makes maybe you can't do something. Like, people say you got to go to the gym every day, 5 days a week, right? Well, you can work out, but to go to the gym 5 days a week, hey, I'm blind. That's my reason. It's not an excuse, it's a reason. So, we have reasons for things, but make those reasons matter, or let them be the truth instead of just excuses. So let's go not use excuses. Okay, we want to work mentally. Maybe we can read more books. Maybe you can't get to the library. Well, there's online. Maybe you can't afford it. Well, there's audios on Facebook. So there are like just so many ways. YouTube is helping me as a blind person learn how to cook. Then I learned how to use Alexa, even Siri. I learned how to use my phone by going on there and Googling blind people stuff. But there are just so many things we can improve ourselves. Maybe you're not blind. Maybe you have your own disability or ailments or things holding you back. Well, don't let them hold you back. Let them be motivations to keep on going, because we always need motivation. Maybe you're not motivated to work out. Well, follow a YouTube video. There are so many. You can change up your video 5 days a week and maybe get your health back or get in shape. Maybe you can watch YouTube videos on finances. I have some. Am I the only game in town? No, there are so many. I watch so many. Even before I got into the whole frugal living videos, I was watching so many on here. But I'm not the only game in town. There are many. I mentioned some in my videos. So if you want, you can check those out. But always try to improve. Maybe you spend too much. Watch a frugal living channel. They teach you principles. And they can help you improve your finances. I want to make another video later on in the year about an envelope method, which I'm helping a friend with right now. So once that works for them, then I want to make a video about it so I can help other people. See, as a blind person, you don't have to be limited in just helping do blind things. You can do other things that you're gifted in, or even with other disabilities. So keep listening to personal development podcasts, not just musical or entertainment podcasts, because those are just that, entertainment. So we can always constantly improve in ourselves. Maybe you need to improve in working out or building strength. You can do push-ups, chair dips as a basic exercise. Or maybe your legs are a little bit weak and you need to slowly build them up. You can do wall squats, then do jump squats, just things like that. Maybe you want to lose a little bit of, what do they call them, muffin top. Maybe you can do bicycle crunches. That's a great way to hit the whole core. Or sprinter sit-ups. Or maybe your back is weak and you need to build some back strength. Maybe try some TWIs or iso-hold back exercises. Maybe your bones are brittle. You can try resistant bands. There's so many things you could do. Then get into weights. But just so many things we can do to improve ourselves. But we just gotta do the necessary steps. First, you gotta get mentally motivated. Then you gotta do the necessary steps. Next, you gotta stay disciplined. And that's to all things, not just working out. So let's go improve ourselves. That thing that you had in your head that I asked earlier, let's improve it. Let's start today. Let's start now. Let's come up with a game plan to do it. Then let's go stay motivated. Let's go take on the world. Let's improve ourselves together. Not just by ourselves, not just me, not just you. Write in the comments of what your improvements are. I love this motivating each other. I love to stay motivated. And sometimes this making YouTube videos is motivating. So let's just keep on coming back. Let's go just keep on improving. It's hard to do without the host, Rayo. But today I'll be the co-host and solo dolo. I'm just a sidekick for the podcast, but I'm going to try to do my best. I hope it comes out fine. Let me know if it does, because this is just a self-improvement that although the man is not here, the man of the hour, the man of the show is not here. But I'm going to try to do it as a blind person by myself. Work on the podcast by myself right now. But I'm hoping next month he's back and coming back with a vengeance. Because I love how he keeps the whole show flowing. But I'm not really much of a talker. But it was through books, talking to people, that helped me become a better speaker. Maybe a better, not the best speaker, but just a better speaker than I was before. But we can all do it. I mean, I'm blind. I went blind like 2 years ago, fully blind 2 years ago. And I was mentally depressed when I started losing my eyesight back in 2010. But it took me 3 months through Jesus Christ, and people from church helped me. So that helped me to become a better person. But maybe we can have our own ways of why we want to improve. If you're not a person of faith, then maybe you have your own reasons or things that keep you motivated. But I'm just a man who wants to be the best I can be through what abilities God has given me. Even if it's not the best, even if I'm not the best talker, but I'm staying motivated. This blindness, this disability is not gonna keep me down. I want to keep staying motivated. I want to stay on my purpose every day. And I'm going to just continue to do what a lot of people can't do or won't do. And that is just keep being the best version of myself. Let's go all be the best versions of ourselves. Maybe we can share this podcast with people that are needing motivation or that are down, because right now what we went through a couple years ago, maybe that kills some of the purpose of our lives. But let's go start up again. Let's go keep going. Let's go stay motivated. I'm fired up. I want to keep on keeping on. I may have different purposes before the whole pandemic started, and now I want to keep on doing my purpose and improving myself. Let's go watch YouTube videos. Let's go listen to podcasts. Let's go read books. Let's go listen to audiobooks. Let's go listen to positive things. Hang out with positive people, family, friends, new friends. We can make new friends if our old friends are not motivating. Let's go make friends that are motivating. We can always do better. We can always do better. That's what I'm going to end it with right now. Let's go do better, and let's be better people today. I love you guys. I'm MR3, and this is The Purpose.